Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give you a quick idea of how language evolved from the sun, from the S-U-N. Alright, every sun, man, this thing is blurry, has a frequency, okay? Every frequency has a sound. Every sound has a shape, okay? The sun is a frequency. It is a frequency no matter what level of Ra it's on. No matter what level of Ra it's on. And these are the levels of Ra, which Ra evolved into radiation. Ra evolved into radiation, but it has a sound. All these different types of radiation, okay, turned into a sound, okay? So these proto-Canaanite right here, this proto-Canaanite. Now, if you would do any kind of research on the Canaanites were a type of troglodyte, a caveman. These Canaanites were a certain type of troglodyte. Now, the first Israelites were another type of troglodyte. They were another type. They were found in caves. Now, how do I know this? First Chronicles chapter 1 through 8. Now you have the genealogy of Adam. The genealogy of Adam from chapters 1 through 8, and I translated every name into Hebrew. Every name, all 8 chapters, 1 through 8, I translated every name, and every name had a Hebrew meaning. And man, look, I'm gonna get into that later, but right now, these shapes right here had a sound to them. They had a sound to them. These were about sound, establishing a sound. So the sound translated into, it evolved into the alphabet. How? Because of the sound of a sun on a certain level of Ra. This one sounded like ah. This one sounded, let's say this one sounded like zzz. This one sounded like e, okay? Just different, so on and so forth. And they associated emotions with the sound of the sun, of the level it come from Alpha all the way down to Omega, So they associated sound with the emotion for communication. And all these sounds evolved into words. Now, how do I know this? Okay, this is the Nag Hammadi scriptures. Okay, now this is what was in the Library of Alexandria in Egypt, burnt down by Constantine. Constantine took out all of this. So it tells you in the Nag Hammadi that they talk back and forth with each other by saying vowels, by the vowels, saying certain, using certain vowels to begin and end what they were wanting to communicate. Okay? If I love you, I is I, love is E, and ooh, let's say ooh. Let's say, for example, I, E, ooh, I love you. I, E, ooh. I, E, ooh, I love you. And that's how language evolved from the sun, the frequencies and the sounds of Ra, which is radiation. The sounds of the energy and the frequency, sounds of Ra. And all this right here is in my dictionary, y'all. I got all this, the different sounds of the alphabet. Now there's a lot of hidden truth in an alphabet. There's a lot of hidden truth in numbers. All you have to do is want to find it. Ladies and gentlemen. Y'all enjoy. Love you guys.